Jury selection set to begin today in the federal sex trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Diddy Combs.
He rejected a plea deal last week. Christina Fan joins us live from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan with more on what we can expect today. Christina.
Well, Cindy and Chris, beginning this morning, the judge overseeing this case will be bringing in 50 prospective jurors every day until a jury of 12 people and 6 alternates is finalized. Because Sean Diddy Combs is such a high-profile defendant, the initial screening process already started last week. The court brought in hundreds of candidates to fill out jury questionnaires to identify potential biases and how much they may already know about this case. In-person questioning of those remaining jurors begins this morning at 8:30. Music mogul.
Well. It's here, people. It's here. And I couldn't wait. This is probably my 6th video on P. Diddy. Other content creators, they have created a slew of videos as well. Today is May 5th. May 5th. Let that sink in. He made his plea last week, and now we have this date, jury selection on 5/5. What does that remind you of historically? 5/5. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old, and arguably a jury of his peers, so to speak, did what? They stabbed him to death. Now, people, I'm going to tell you a story. Like I said in yesterday's video, you're going to get from me a gift. God has blessed me with the ability to take history and then take and forecast the future and then give you a present that is a presentation. This P. Diddy thing is twined to Donald J. Trump. I hear you. And I get it. But people, God has given me the gift of the 5 C's of clues, the codes, the colors, the confirmation, time, and conclusion. Check it out.
Highly anticipated trial against Sean Diddy Combs starts today. The hip-hop artist facing sex trafficking and racketeering charges that could have him spend the rest of his life in prison.
He's pled not guilty, and jury selection is expected to be complicated. Let's get right to Good Day's Briella Tomasetti. She's live outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan this morning with the very latest. Briella, good morning.
Shawnee and Dan, good morning to both of you. Sean Diddy Combs was an entrepreneur and superstar for more than 2 decades. Today, though, he finds himself in the midst of a major legal battle. Jury selection set to start at around 8:30 this morning. Here's what's going to happen. Potential candidates will be called into a private room to be questioned one by one by defense lawyers.
So yes, let's start right off and look at a few things, okay? If you notice, the burgundy or grape, it's in the purple family. It drove right past her. I've done a lot of videos to show you. Many of the scenes are pre-staged. Purple is Phoenician. It's Phoenician, okay? They're doing this video at 6:03. That's 3 6s, 666. They're doing it. I said they're doing it. Now, in the last video, as we came across, what did we notice right away? The juror has this on her neck. Does that not look like an X? Look, I'm just keeping it real. An X, which is the 24th letter of the alphabet, which means you're being taken out. Okay, now I'm going to show you again. This is a video that I did 5 months ago. What P. Diddy in jail? Man Down, album drop, possible connection. There's an album that came out by Ice Cube. I'm sure I'm the only one who figured out this decode. This album allegedly connects to Donald J. Trump. Man Down. They have taken this trial and they have figured out a way to connect it. And if you notice the people here, purple, Tiffany blue, the colors of Phoenicians. Do you see the consistency? She's got on like the purple and the Tiffany blue. Welcome new subscribers. I will put that video in the description so you can watch it. These are the colors, the power colors of those who are in charge of the world. Purple and Tiffany blue. You think it's an accident that they wore this? Okay, think again. Now, Man Down is an album that dropped by Ice Cube back in the day. Man Down in Gematria comes out to 84 and 33. Barack Obama was born August 4th. 33 is like Masonic. Today, court date is 5/5. That's Julius Caesar. Okay? In my mind. Man Down is symbolism for Donald J. Trump, and I'm going to prove it to you. Let's go. I can't wait to bring it to you. We got to go back before we go forward. Check it out.
Tiffany blue tie. I'm like, yeah. Remember what the street guy, the correspondent out in the street said? I'm like, yeah. I want you guys to listen what the guy said. Listen deep.
Federal judge asking for more clarification from both sides on a couple of key points when it comes to how Combs has been communicating from behind bars. Our Jay Dow was live in the courtroom for the hearing and joins us live with more on this. Hey, Jay.
Aaron and Candace, let's start off by saying that Sean Diddy Combs looked like he lost a considerable amount of weight when he walked into the courtroom this afternoon.
Did you hear that? That's what really got me going. I took that as a clue, people. I want you to hear it again. That P. Diddy walked into the courtroom looking like he lost a considerable amount of weight. Listen.
Joins us live with more on this. Hey, Jay.
Aaron and Candace, let's start off by saying that Sean Diddy Combs looked like he lost a considerable amount of weight when he walked into the courtroom this afternoon. He was blowing kisses and smiling to his family. He appeared to be in good spirits. He sat down for a hearing that lasted just under 2 hours. Few people in the courtroom expected the hearing to last that long, that hearing addressing the question on whether or not Combs was going to get bail. There were two main issues, as you said, that the government raised. They challenged and wanted the judge to reject this bail application, addressing the issue of obstruction, saying that Combs has repeatedly tried to obstruct the case.
Okay, so you heard that. Now watch this here. A considerable amount of weight. I put it in the gematria calculator just the way he said it. Right? No ifs, ands, or buts. A considerable amount of weight. As you can see, in reverse, it comes out to 444. And where have you seen that before, right? Okay. Exhibit A, like we in court. Remember, Jay-Z with the hollow eyes, and it looks like what? The wreath that Jesus wore, a crown of thorns like. The 4 and 4 makes 8, and then you got a 4 left, so 8-4, that's when Barack Obama was born.
And symbolic is sacrifice. Jesus had a crown of thorns on his head. A considerable amount of weight is what? Sacrifice, referring to Christ.
But you got 444 is my point. What are the odds? And it was just the way he said it, like he was on cue. Y'all know I've done, this is what I used to do professionally back in the day. So I'm gonna bore you again, but, and watch his pause. He got to mix you.
So we're gonna stop there, and now we're gonna go to the 10-minute mark, because all this is gonna be relevant. It's gonna blow your mind. And just so you know it, in case I forget, The video is a video that came out months ago in relation to what happened, said that P. Diddy lost 50 pounds. 50 is America. There's 50 states, okay? We put it all together. Now, here's the Man Down album that came out, okay? Snoop Dogg is on the album and a few other people. Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. Watch these connections.
We heard that before. Where have we seen that before? November 11th is when he laid the wreath. And 11 days later, he was gone.
In 1963, JFK laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. 11 days later, he was unalive. Watch.
Translated. Come on, work with me.
And look, the album Man Down is the 11th studio album. Just want to keep showing you all these connections. It was 11 days later, after JFK laid a wreath at the unknown soldier, that he was unalive, that he was taken out in Dallas. And look, studio album number 11, titled Man Down. Watch.
Man down. Oh, Pearson, you stretch it. Okay. Wait till I show you some more stuff. It's deep. So yeah, it came out today. So you're going to...
And the album came out on 11/22 of 2024. When did JFK lose his life? On 11/22. Come on, man. You mean to tell me Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube are on an album called Man Down, and it came out on the same day that JFK was taken out? And it was the 11th album, and 11 days after JFK put a wreath at the grave of the unknown soldier, 11 days later he was gone? Come on, baby, I'm gonna break it down. I told y'all, they use events like this P. Diddy thing to tell you the future. And what is gonna be the future? Unalived very soon. Stay tuned, watch, I'm gonna connect it all.
Tell me he drops the album the same day of JFK's anniversary of his slaying, and at the same time, Puff Daddy is in court, and he's lost a considerable amount of weight. Come on, man. Man, the rapper filmmaker serves up his 19th track. Like C19, what did C19 bring a lot of people? Hello, 4 years ago. So, let's go further, because I got something to show y'all. It is there, Ice Cube. Man Down.
Man Down.
What man? What man? Man Down. Boom!
84 and 33. We might come back to that. Now, I'm going to take you back to the first video. I want you to listen. I want you to listen. I believe it's this one. The correspondent said 50 jurors, 50. 50 is 50 states. On December 4th of 2024, United Care Health CEO was taken out by Luigi. Remember that? He's in the same prison in New York that Puff Daddy's in. The CEO of United Healthcare, he was 50 years old. 50 is what they're trying to tell you symbolically, is that America is going down along with TRUMP. Watch.
Well, Cindy and Chris, beginning this morning, the judge overseeing this case will be bringing in 50 prospective jurors every day until a jury of 12 people and 6 alternates is finalized.
You see the connection, 50. Now, let's get into this, baby. Ice Cube's birthday is June 15th, 1969. Check June 15th, 2025, his anniversary. Now watch this. Puff Daddy's birthday is 11/4. Take 11/4/2024, his last birthday, subtracted from Ice Cube's next birthday, 6/15/2025. The difference is 31 weeks and 6 days. What is 316? We just finished Holy Week, right? 316 is what? Sacrifice. John 3:16. For God so loved the world, hallelujah, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. 3:16. Now watch this. Here is the album that was dropped. Ice Cube, November 22nd, the same day that JFK was slain on 11/22, but that was 1963. See if we can do the math right quick. 1963 minus 2024. 1963 minus 2024 gives you 61 years. So 61 years later, he drops this album. Now, let's look at these dates. 11/22/2024, Man Down album came out. Today is 5/5, the trial of P. Diddy. The difference is 165. What is 165? The 165th day of the year, see that? It's June 14th. What's June 14th? Bingo. I told y'all it's all twined. It's all twined. I don't care what nobody say. Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. Ice Cube. I hope I ain't been calling him Ice T, but it's Ice Cube. Ice Cube, that's cold, ain't it? 11/22. 11/22/2024 anniversary versus today gives you Donald Trump's birthday. The 165th day of the year is June 14th. Is that coincidence? Then look at this here. 11/22, the album dropped versus Inauguration Day. Trump was voted in. He had Inauguration Day, 1/20/2025. The difference is 84. Barack Obama was born August 4th. Is that coincidence? Then look, today is 5/5/2025. A jury selection. Subtracted from Donald Trump's next birthday, 6/14/2025. The difference is 5 weeks and 5 days. And today is 5/5. How is that possible? Today's date is 5/5. And exactly 5 weeks and 5 days from now is Trump's birthday. Make it make sense. Woo! I tell you, they got it all planned. P. Diddy was arrested Monday, September 16th, 2024. September 16th, 2024. Take September 16th, 2024, subtract it from 5/5, today is 5/5, 33 weeks like Masonic, right? All right, let's change this though. I didn't think about this. 11/22. There's your 61 again. I just had the 61, didn't I? I sure did. Oh, look at this. 6/15. 9/16 is when Puff Daddy was arrested. 11/22 is when the album dropped. That'd be the anniversary. But it dropped on the 4, right? Okay. Anniversary would be 5. 6/15. That's Trump's birthday. I think it's all coming together. It's about to get dramatic though, y'all. Look, Puff Daddy's birthday, 11/4. Take 11/4/1969 when he was literally born. Subtracted from today, 5/5. Court, look at 666. He's going down. I'm going down. He's going down. He's going down. What's going down? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what's going down. Man down. Okay, I'm going to show you what it means. October 20th. Do you know Snoop Dogg got the same birthday as former Vice President Kamala Harris? 11/20. And on 11/20, I'm sorry, her birthday, Kamala Harris' birthday is the same as Snoop Dogg, October 20th. And they got something in common. He was overseas in France carrying the torch. Remember that? And guess what? Joe Biden gave Kamala to carry the torch to run for the Democratic Party presidential. Remember that? Okay, I digress. 10/20. Take 10/20/2024, Snoop Dogg's last birthday, versus 5/5 today. The difference is what? 6/15. What is 6/15? Isn't that Donald J. Trump? That's, oh man, so many numbers. Trump was born on 6/14. So the date, where we at? June 14th, Trump was born. And we would make this what? I scrambled my numbers. I'm gonna pass up on this. There's something else in my brain. It's not working right about now. What is the 197th day of the year Gregorian calendar?
July 16th is the 197th.
7/16. All right, we're gonna pass on this, but check this out. You remember Snoop Dogg did an album called Lavender, right? He went after Trump, the clown Trump. That's why he been clowning. And then they took him out, bang, remember that? Okay, I want you to see this, concentrate. This album came out on 3/12. This video, 3/12. What is 3/12? Trump won by 312 votes back in the day when he beat Kamala. Not only that, take 3/12/2026 versus today's date, 5/5/2025. The difference is 3/12. Trump won by 312. The Lavender video where Trump was taken out unalive by Snoop Dogg comes out to how many votes that he had in the Electoral College. Now check this out. See, this is part of the video. The license plate says Clump. And he's standing on number 22. This is Trump, believe it or not. He's standing there with his hands up on number 22. Now, check this out. President Donald Clump Lavender Snoop Dogg. Remember the license plate said Clump. President Donald John Clump Lavender Snoop Dogg. Comes out to 6/14. What is 6/14? Boom. You tell me this thing not organized? Baby, it's organized. It's organized. Now check this out. He was standing on number 22, right? In the video. 22 comes out to fight. When Trump raised his hands in the air on July 13th, when he got hit in the head, allegedly, he said, fight, fight, fight. Fight is 22. Is that coincidence? Now, let's go further. Remember I told you it's called Man Down? Man Down? Okay, Man Down. Ice Cube, Man Down. All right. On January 29th, that's when a Black Hawk helicopter hit an American Eagle plane over Washington, D.C. Plane down. Watch.
Observation camera at Community Center showing the collision. We can see two sets of lights appear to collide and then that explosion. Republican Senator.
I'll show you that again. This is when all the planes start happening. Remember that day? Now check this out. Donald Trump is scheduled to travel overseas to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and United Arab Emirates, May 13th through the 16th, okay? Look at the dates. JFK, July 16th, 1999, along with his wife and her sister. They died in an airplane crash July 16th, 1999. Take July 16th, 2026, anniversary of that, versus 5/13/2025, he will be in Air Force One. The difference is 1 year, 65 days. What is the 165th day of the year?
June 14th. That's Donald Trump's birthday. Now, look at this. If you take 129, when the helicopter hit, Black Hawk helicopter hit the American Airlines Eagle on January 29th over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C., that date was 1/29/2025. But if you take 5/15/2025, on 5/15, he'll still be out of town. So if you use that date, 5/15 of 2025, the difference is 3/16. Sacrifice. I'm Fred Shot Pearson.
Sacrifice. Now check this out. 129 is when the helicopter hit the plane over Washington, D.C. Plane down. Subtracted from today's date, 5/5 court case. Difference is 97 days. The 97th day of the year is April 7th. Trump is the 47th president, April 7th. And look, the helicopter that hit the plane was over the Potomac River on January 29th. Now, they were discovered, the Washington, D.C. and the Potomac River, where that plane and helicopter went down on January 29th, it was discovered July 9th, 1790. Take July 9th, 2026 versus today's date, 5/5, the difference is 614. Trump was born June 14th. I'm Fred Shot Pearson. I pray you enjoyed it. They use these situations, like the P. Diddy situation, to tell you what's going down. And what I'm telling you is that man down is connected to Trump and in relation to who? November 22nd is when JFK was unalived. I'm out of here.